Welcome to the Morning Mindset Podcast with me, Craig Skelton. Each day we kick off your morning with positivity, actionable insights, and the motivation you need to conquer the day ahead. Whether you're looking to develop a positive mindset, a habit of persistence, or simply starting your day on the right foot, this podcast is your daily dose of inspirational and practical advice. And today's topic is a topic that does affect us all, especially in our fast-paced, distraction-filled world. I'm talking about navigating morning distractions and staying focused when life pulls you in different directions. So let's be honest, mornings can be very chaotic. The alarm goes off, and before you've had even chance to rub your eyes, your phone's buzzing from notifications about emails, social media alerts, news headlines. It's like the world's clambering for your attention the moment you will even open your eyes. And if you've got kids, a partner, or pets, the demand on your time and energy like multiplies before you've even had chance to take your first sip of coffee. Does that sound familiar? Trust me, you are not alone. Your day feeling frazzled and distracted. It's easy to carry that scattered energy into the hours that follow. But what if you could harness the power of the mornings to create a focused, intentional start to the day? What if you could navigate those morning distractions, staying calm and centered no matter what life throws your way? And that's what I want to talk about today. So let's first talk about the importance of establishing a morning ritual. And a ritual is something that's very different from a morning routine. A ritual's more intentional, more mindful. It's about setting aside time to connect with yourself before the outside world starts making demands on you. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. I'm not a morning person, or I don't have time for a ritual. Now, a morning ritual doesn't have to be very elaborate or time consuming. It's not about waking up at 4 or 5 a.m. to meditate for an hour or before you've even written a novel by 8 o'clock. That's not what this is about. It's about finding what works for you and a few simple actions that can help you ground yourself and set your tone for the day. Start spending 5 minutes in a quiet reflection, practicing gratitude, or simply taking a few deep breaths. Maybe it's enjoying a cup of tea or coffee while looking out the window, letting your mind wake up. Whatever it is, the key is to do it with intention and make it a non-negotiable part of your morning. By starting your day with a ritual, you're telling yourself and everybody else in the world that your well-being matters. You're setting the stage for a more focused, intentional day. Now let's talk about distractions. Distractions come from many forms. Some are external, like your phone, emails, or the demand of family members. Others are internal, like your own thoughts and worries about the day ahead. The first step to managing distractions is to identify them. Take a moment to think about what typically distracts you in the morning. Is it the urge to check your phone as soon as you wake up? Is it the barrage of thoughts about all the things you need to do with the day ahead? Is it the demands of your household? Once you've identified your distractions, you can start to develop strategies to manage them. One effective strategy to prioritize your distractions is which distractions are important, which are urgent, and which ones can wait. For example, if your kids need your attention in the morning, that's a priority. But does that email really need to be answered right now, or can it wait till after breakfast? By prioritizing your distractions, you can address the most important ones while you're letting go of the non-urgent ones, which then frees up your mental space to focus on what matters. The crucial aspect of staying focused in the morning is setting boundaries. Boundaries are essential for protecting your time and energy, especially when life pulls you in different directions. Maybe it's setting a rule for yourself not to check your phone until you've completed your morning ritual. Maybe it's letting your family know that you need a few minutes of quiet time before you start engaging with them. Maybe it's deciding to leave certain tasks like checking social media for later in the day. And remember, setting boundaries isn't about being rigid or unkind. It's about being clear with yourself and others about what you need to start your day on the right. And when you respect your boundaries, you're respecting yourself. And that self-respect sets the tone for a more focused, productive day. And I want to talk about the power of single tasking. The world glorifies multitasking. Single tasking can feel like a bit of a radical act, but when it comes to staying focused, single tasking is one of the most powerful tools you will have. Single tasking is exactly what it sounds like. Focus on one task at a time, giving it your full attention until it's complete. This might sound simple, but it can be challenging, especially when there are so many competing demands. One thing you can do is start with just one task. Maybe it's making your bed or preparing your breakfast or reviewing your to-do list, whatever it is. Commit to just doing one thing and giving it your full attention, and then notice how it feels to be truly present with that task and how it sets the tone for the rest of your morning. When you single task, you're not just completing tasks, you cultivate focus, mindfulness, and a sense of accomplishment, and that energy carries over into everything else that you do. And finally, let's talk about flexibility. Life is unpredictable, and no matter how well you plan your morning, there will be days when things don't go as expected. Maybe you'll oversleep or an urgent issue comes up that demands your attention. And when this happens, it's easy to get frustrated or feel like you've failed. But staying focused isn't about being perfect, it's about being adaptable. It's about recognizing when things are out of your control and letting go of the need to micromanage every single moment. If something throws off your morning, take a deep breath and reset. Ask yourself, what can I do right now to get back on track? Maybe it's returning to your morning ritual, even if it's just for a minute, or maybe it's revisiting your priorities and deciding what truly needs your attention. And remember, it's okay to let go of what isn't serving you. If something isn't essential to your day, consider releasing it, consider letting it go. This could be a task that's non-urgent, a worry that's outside of your control, or an expectation causing you stress. Flexibility is a strength, not a weakness. It allows you to navigate life's unpredictability, which will happen, and you're gliding through that with grace and resilience, and you're staying focused on what truly matters. So just to end today's podcast, as you move into your day, I encourage you to reflect on how you can navigate distractions and stay focused even when life pulls you in different directions. Start with simple morning ritual. Prioritize your distractions, set clear boundaries, embrace single tasking, and cultivate flexibility. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate distractions entirely, because that's not going to happen. The goal is to navigate them with intention, mindfulness, and sense of purpose. And when you do that, you'll find that your mornings become less chaotic and more focused, setting the stage for the day that's productive, fulfilling, and aligned with your values. Thank you for joining me on today's Mindset Podcast. If you find today's episode helpful, please share it, leave a review, do whatever you can. It's really appreciated. As always, have an amazing day. Stay focused, stay motivated, stay positive, run your own race.